Hey guys, it's Ryan Patrick with Peak Fitness and Sports Training, and today we're going to talk to you about some of the breathing drills that we're using. So since we returned from the Train Like a Girl seminar, we've incorporated a lot of breathing drills into our warm-ups and into some of the corrective exercises that we use. And the reason is there's a lot of benefit to be derived. Okay, so when we look at corrective exercise, some of the mobilizations, some of the stability drills that we do, we're trying to create change so that our clients can move better. Now, breathing is something that you do on the order of 15 to 20,000 times per day. So it's very important that we learn to breathe correctly because it actually helps a lot of our clients create that inner core stability that they need to make their movement patterns change faster. So I'm going to be working with Holly today to talk about some of the breathing drills that we use, what we're looking for when we assess, and what a good breath looks like. So, Holly, I'm going to have you start. Okay, one of the things we see is that most people come and they do what's called this classic Western chest breath. So they breathe very high into their chest, their shoulders raised, and we get just a lot of tone from these accessory respiratory muscles. Some of those, the SCM in your neck, the pec minor, these create a lot of problems in and around the shoulder. And there's a lot of stuff at the hip that goes on too. So we want to make sure that we're using more of a diaphragmatic breath or something that's low and filling you up, not just here with a Buddha belly, but actually what we call 360 breathing or circumferential expansion. Okay? So I'm going to have Holly lay down and we're going to do a couple drills here. Okay. So Holly's going to show me a few core breaths first where she's breathing in here, and we're going to see a big rising of her chest cavity, very little in her abdominals. Okay? So she's going to continue to breathe like this. One of the things that we look at with recovery is getting people to decrease their sympathetic tone. Okay, so if you look at the nervous system, there's the sympathetic, which is your fight or flight, and it's about keeping you toned up and chronically keeping people overstressed. Parasympathetic tone is very important for recovery and getting your body to turn everything down. Everybody wants to crank it up, turn it on when they do their exercises, but we need to teach clients how to turn things down. Now, when you breathe in, your inhalation, your body actually slightly increases sympathetic tone. So your heart rate will speed up just slightly. And when you exhale, give me a full exhale, your body is actually going to increase parasympathetic tone. And so we're going to get the heart rate slowing down. This is going to help improve your heart rate variability, which is a great indicator of how well your body is recovered and prepared to train intensely for the next session. Okay, so if we're breathing heavy here, you can often see tone in clients' necks. You can see the chest rise, and this is something that we want to get away from. So the first key to really focus on is getting people to exhale fully. So go ahead and breathe in, and we're going to get her to exhale, and I'm gently just going to glide her ribs down. Okay, and breathe in again. Now, when people stay with too much air in their chest, their ribs are going to flare. Go ahead and give me a little flare. This rib flare here, where she's popping out, is actually going to cause a change in her lumbar spine, giving her a little bit more extension, which also, breathe, which also is going to affect how her pelvis stabilizes. Okay? This is one of the first positions we use for breathing. With her knees bent, it helps flatten her lower back arch out, and she's going to be able to keep her diaphragm and her pelvic floor facing each other so that we can create some inner stability. One of my friends, Mike Robertson at iFast, likes to call this abs on abs. So we breathe correctly by getting a nice diaphragmatic breath filling up in the belly and a full exhale. We kick that inner core on, and when we go to do the outer core, we're going to have an easier time engaging that. Okay? So the first key here, again, we're going to work on breathing out. Okay? One of the important things too is even when you set your clients up, a lot of them will have extension here in their neck. Okay? This is going to trickle down and change what's going on at the rest of the spine. So we want to make sure she's keeping a long neck. Pulling that in. Okay? Breathe in through your nose, about 5 seconds. Fill up here. Exhale for about 10. Good. Her abs are kicking on. She's going to hold that out for just a brief second and then breathe in again. Okay? Now you can assess this on your own by using your hands. Okay? Make sure you're filling up wide, not just in the front. Okay? If you're breathing only here, you can see people go in and out of pelvic tilt. Okay? This is going to change the stability of your core. Okay? So in our warm-ups right now, we're taking about 5 breaths here, just getting people to learn to exhale and learn to keep that air out. Okay? Our second position is what we call kneeling rock back. So go ahead and flip over. Get right on the table. So Holly's going to go here and just rock back. In yoga, they call this the child's pose, head to the floor. Okay? Now, what I want to see is that she's filling up in her abdomen, and there's not a whole lot of chest rising here. So she can actually use her thighs here to breathe out against, and so that air was going to fill up everywhere in the lower part of her trunk. What a nice long exhalation. One more here. Now the object with this, we don't want to hyperventilate and breathe really fast. We want very long breaths, making sure you're inflating all the way and exhaling all that air so that we can teach that core to turn on. These few drills alone have brought rapid improvements in people's mobility, their stability, and their ability to demonstrate strength in the workout. If there's any poor alignment, what you're going to see is that your body is going to shut down its ability to produce strength, to produce quality movement. And so by spending just a few minutes on these drills, we're able to rapidly improve our client's stability and give them a much more productive workout. So while it seems silly to sit around and breathe, we're doing it so that we can really get after it in the actual workout. That's our tip for today with breathing. I'm Ryan Patrick with Peak Fitness and Sports Training. You can check us out at www.peak-fast.com.